1, 2, 3.
Ow! Intense.
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 Intense. Liam! He was a little ball of sunshine as usual because he is perfect. And then Liam is, he's so little, but he's being such a big person because then he had to go and talk to his other enemy, Brett, and he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. So here I am. And even though he knows Mason has the hop for Brett, he took Mason and he was dealing with that. And then he was the one who was like, oh, probably not the right hole. And he was so great, and he went to go get Scott, because when things are wrong, you go and get Scott, and he learned that really fast, and I'm so proud of him. And then they all went, and they kind of saved Tracy for the time being. And he saved Hayden, who was really great until she saw Liam.
Speaking of...
Oh, I forgot!
Speaking of...
I forgot! What the fuck? What is she? Is no one in Beacon Hills human? Styles is the only one. Styles and Mason. Styles and Mason. They're the only ones. They're the only ones. They're not something.
What is she gonna be? I don't know.
Something that heals.
She clearly doesn't know, so that's good. Why can't Lydia be something that heals?
Right?
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 Right. To talk about the sheriff, 1 is an incident, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern, and we do not have enough points on Hayden's chart to come up with any sort of pattern that can be symptoms yet. Right now, we just know that she's supernatural and heals. You're pointing at me because you have something to say that I don't know about.
No, I was just going to say, but we are banshees like Lydia, and banshees follow feelings.
Boom!
Anyway, is like her supernatural power is just becoming a thing, or is she also being experimented on by the doctors?
That's what I'm nervous
because
about.
I don't want that, and I don't want them to make Liam the new Derek. I don't want that to happen.
Listen, if you're going full steam ahead with the bubblegum popping relationship,
don't do this to us.
Then you don't give us Hayden for 1 season. You give us Hayden for the long haul, or you don't.
What she said.
Sort of like you're not allowed to do to Hayden what you just did to Tracy, who we loved.
I told you. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I didn't trust them to leave her. I didn't trust the writers to just leave her be.
Excuse my dog drinking in the background of this video. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about you. Yes, Tracy is dead. She is gone. We saved her, and now she's dead.
Someone should probably bring Mama Martin and Lydia to the hospital.
Mama Martin better be alive, otherwise we're gonna come kick your ass. We're gonna kick your ass.
I'm not even going to entertain
all over the place.
I'm not even going to entertain the thought that she is dead, because she's not.
Because A,
no,
we can't do that to Lydia.
No.
B, we need to tell her about the supernatural.
Yes.
And C, I want more Mama Martin and Papa Stalinsky.
Yo!
I had no idea it was coming.
I did not.
I thought it was going to be some random.
I did not see it coming.
And then it was her, and I was like,
as soon as they were like, where's Lydia's mom? I was like, oh my god. But also,
not like, oh no, but like, oh no, like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming. But also, oh yes. Obviously, we want Melissa and the sheriff to be endgame. And, I mean, let's be honest, the boys do too.
Yeah.
The boys totally want it.
They want it.
The boys want it, we want it.
Everyone
the
wants
writers
it.
know that we want it.
That's why they're not giving it to us.
They put the slap in.
That's why they're not giving it to us.
Hopefully that happens eventually. But I'm also...
For now, we're good.
I'm also here for this. I'm here for this.
I'm here for parents dating parents.
Yeah. What else happened? We had a lot of Stalia feels without a lot of Stalia. There was just a lot of like
protective styles.
Nervous, anxious, protective styles who was just sort of like, I don't want to lock my girlfriend up with this creature. Mm-hmm. No.
And also like,
I don't want my girlfriend to go downstairs. I'll work with Theo if that means that he can stop the thing from beating my girlfriend. Or my girlfriend killing people.
And also, if Malia suggests we kill someone, Styles is usually for it.
He's still sort of like the...
not?
Let's tone it down. And as I'm doing this with my face, I'd just like to give a shout out to Dylan O'Brien for your wonderful concentrating face as you try to unparalyze your body on the ground. You're just like, fingers. It was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Everything's great.
Yep.
I'm happy that Deaton's back. Because
He's back.
he was in last season very minimal. So I'm glad that he has a bigger role because, you know, from the beginning I was always very curious as to why we just didn't go to Deaton when we didn't know something about the supernatural.
Because Seth isn't around enough.
That's what it is.
Seth isn't here for enough screen time.
That's what it is. But I'm glad that we've remedied that.
While we were at Deaton's, that sick tail thing happened, which was horrifying.
Oh my god.
But also really cool.
No, just horrifying. It was just horrifying. It was no. Keep your bodies closed.
It was disgusting.
It was gross.
But it was kind of cool.
No.
And then we had our sweet baby Kira, who leveled up.
She evolved.
Boom. But I'm sort of worried because the way the super teaser made it seem is that like her powers are growing, but like
Kira doesn't
really know how to handle it, and she's not ready, and we don't really know why she's suddenly leveling up.
Yeah.
So while it's super cool to watch, and I was so glad to see the fox face again,
Yes.
it also makes me
Nervous.
a little concerned for her well-being.
I feel like her powers are definitely going to get out of control sometime soon,
and also might contribute to the reason that her family is
Has
going
to
to
leave.
try and leave.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't actually leave,
Yeah.
but if they do actually leave, it might be because they need to go into some distant kitsune training stuff.
the
to
thing
keep her.
is like they don't know any other kitsunes except for Kira's mom. So like, why isn't Kira's mom helping her more? Like Kira keeps saying she doesn't know what she is. She doesn't know how to do anything. Why isn't her mother like being a thing?
Didn't they say something about how like Kira is more powerful than her mother?
Because
ever
her mother
was?
didn't have tails left.
I know, but I feel like her mother said something about like the kind of kitsune Kira was.
Oh yeah, they're different kinds of kitsunes.
So like,
But
I don't know how
I don't
much
know.
that comes into play.
Yeah.
Also next week, it looks like we're gonna delve a little bit into Parish. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Mason and Jungle.
I mean, that's true too. I just like haven't been really waiting for that. That's like a sort of happy surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Yes,
but I'm
Parish
very excited
and
about
the
Parish.
Nemeton and Parish. Someone tell me what he is.
And it's nice to see that the clip of Parish that Lydia had the flashback to at the end of the first episode, it's already coming up. It's episode 4.
We're getting it out of the
already
way.
gonna get it out of the way. It's gonna come up. So
Come on.
answers. The other thing that we learned this episode about, or we didn't learn it, we always kind of knew this, but like Styles, you need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut, because I'm really concerned that if Donovan doesn't die next episode, if he's a persistent thing, that he might just decide, you know what, the best way to hurt the sheriff is to go after his son. And that's how you're gonna end up in a flipped Jeep on the ground. So keep your mouth shut around potential serial killers who get fucked with by supernatural doctors. Sweetheart, please, a little more caution, because you're scaring me. Huh.
There's, the scenes that are like Styles, like quickly crawling away and like climbing things and generally just not having a good time.
Next week.
I don't know if it's next week, but it's Donovan is chasing him.
Yeah. That's because you don't know how to keep your mouth shut!
Yep. I just love how passionate that got.
This is gonna be a season of Britney's vocal cords just getting away from her. This is basically Banshees!
That's basically it.
I have eyeliner in my eyes.
She has eyeliner in her eyes.
Arroo!